Welcome back to a brand new episode of Private Parts with me, Liv Bentley. This is the podcast where nothing is off limits. And today I have a very special guest joining me on the sofa, and it's presenter and comedian Niall Gray.
Hello.
Welcome.
Oh, what a lovely welcome.
Oh, you're the first comedian we've had in a while.
Oh, and that's pushing it as well, because to be honest, I never really say I'm a comedian.
I would say you're a comedian. I've been watching all your content.
I will now put it in my Instagram bio.
What?
Thank you very
Washed
much.
up Liv Bentley thinks I'm funny.
Yes, this is great. I'll never say washed up either.
No, but I have to now confess I'm washed up. I thought about this the other day. I was filming for Olivia Atwood's Getting Filthy Rich, and I sat there throughout the day tying bows around my vibrators, and I thought, fuck me, 8 years of TV, and this is what I've landed with.
Wow, what a moment that is.
I sell vibrators and lube.
Fine,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that wasn't...
You were just sat in your bedroom just thinking, this is a nice little
This
Sunday
is
activity.
And you're also now a big content creator.
I am, I'm falling into that.
So wait,
Yeah.
what came first, comedy or content?
Well, content really. So, I mean, I was posting YouTube videos like 10, 12
you're one
years
of
ago.
those. You were ahead of the fucking game. See, someone said to me to get into YouTube. I was like, you joking? I'm 31. These people started at 15.
And now look at them, you
Yeah.
know,
I know,
unbelievable.
sidemen, billionaires.
Yeah, literally that. But I mean, I was never at that level, funny enough. I was making content on YouTube though in my bedroom. This was when it was like the Chubby Bunny Challenge. Do you remember that?
No.
The cinnamon challenge?
Oh my God, yes.
That
Everyone
kind
putting
of vibe.
teaspoons.
Yeah. So I was just posting that. Nothing was happening, but I was having a great time.
But those were like the tame days. Now it's like neck how many shots of gin you can do and then before
Yeah.
someone passes out.
Exactly. This is what it's become now. Big old production companies behind it. But I just enjoy doing it. And then I got noticed from somebody at Heart Radio.
Right.
And they were like, mate, do you want to come in and do a demo on the radio? And then they were
Yeah.
like, well, we're going to pass you over to Capital now. So that's how sort of like getting on the radio sort of became a thing. And then lockdown happened with TikTok and all this stuff, and I
Yeah.
started posting a bit more on there, and then finally I started to find a bit of an audience after those 10 years.
Did you have one particular video that just went and everyone thought this is hilarious?
Yeah, it was the first sort of parody video that I did of A Place in the Sun.
Can I just... No, they're really funny, actually.
Thank
It-
you.
like,
Actually,
it
thank you.
It made me laugh a lot. Okay, so that sort of went viral and then it just went from there.
Yeah, I was just sort of sticking at it. I went on holiday with a mate of mine and kept seeing these just old abandoned buildings. I thought, you know what, let's get out the car and I want to film a quick Instagram story of just like piss taking
Yeah.
these Place in the Sun things. Because you know, they're always these beautiful houses abroad. I was like, let's do it in this building that hasn't even been built yet. So I
Yeah.
sort of got out and, welcome to sunny Forteventura. And then I just posted that a week later and it did really well on TikTok. And I thought, okay, maybe we're onto something
There's
here.
a niche here.
And then that's now become my thing, where I've sort of just been essentially taking the piss out of presenters online and have become one in real life.
Yeah, that's actually quite amazing.
Yeah, a little full circle moment.
And so wait, I know. So with the radio, what's your role on that? You just do a couple of hours here and there.
So I did the weekend breakfast show on Capital,
Right.
which ended up being for 7 years. I was on Capital
Holy
for.
shit.
Yeah, I did that specific show for 3.5. I've just left, so not at Capital anymore.
Right.
Sort of ready for the next chapter.
Away from radio, or
No, I'm going to look at getting back into radio at some point. I mean, I'm going to sort of double down on the content now, and
when you say the content, how much are you producing a week?
you know what? Not enough.
Can I tell you something? It's a full-time job.
It is.
I've recently tried to enter into the content creator space only because having had followers from being on TV and now I'm no longer on TV, I need to try and maintain that. I
Yeah.
find it fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, how does one find the energy / the
Well,
ideas?
You're going to have to stop this, first of all, this podcast. This is, full-time job. You're telling me about. That's why I had to stop the radio. Thinking,
Really?
God, am I going to have to go big with this? You need the time. You need the
But
hours.
I'm not being funny. Some of the content people are producing, it's relentless.
Yeah, I know it is, and I know so many people sort of in the same boat as me, and they really work hard with it.
Yeah.
And I wish I was
Had
as
that
hard a
ethic.
worker. Because sometimes I get this little urge of energy where I can write a few videos and maybe film and edit a few in a week.
But do you have to be in the mood to do it? Like, do you have on days and off days with it?
That's the biggest problem. It's I find it's coming up with the ideas. I wish I could just sit down and go like, right, let's write a load of videos today. But the best ideas are like those shower thoughts, or like from having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, that's going to be a fun
Do you have anyone in
TikTok.
particular that you sort of bounce off when you come up with different things?
I do a lot of videos with. Do you know Imogen Andrews, the girl that I've done a few videos with? If you've seen a lot of the parody stuff
Yeah,
that I've
she's in
done,
them.
she's sort of somebody I
Yeah.
create a lot of videos with, and we've sort of just now become Holly and Phil. Yeah.
Yeah. How long does it take from start to finish for you to come up with a concept and then actually film it and get it done? And do you do all the filming yourself?
I do, yeah. A lot of the times, the videos that I haven't really put too much thought into are the ones that blow up the most.
Yeah.
Like, this was a few weeks ago, because a lot of the time, finding somewhere to film is the hardest thing, because I always want, like, a really dodgy, old, run-down house.
Yeah.
And one of my mates is quite good for this, because he's actually an estate agent.
Oh, perfect. All the dodgy old mansions that no one's in.
Yeah, so I would phone him up, like, mate, have you got a dodgy house for us that you can just sort of get us in as a viewing? And we've done that a fair bit. Not long ago, there was a neighbour that actually got in contact with me off the back of one of the videos and was like, why are you taking the piss out of my neighbourhood? And they got in touch with the estate agency, and they were like,
Oh my God, Dory, did your mate get in trouble?
A little bit, yeah. And I sort of, I privated the video for a week, and then just under the radar, I sort of, because the video was doing really well.
Yeah.
And then, reposted it again, and it's fine. I think this guy's
Oh
now
my God,
forgotten
that's
about it.
hilarious. Do you get much hate or anything, or people never saying anything?
You know what? I don't seem to do too badly.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the odd comment here and there, but I think because I'm sort of taking the mick a lot of the time about a TV show, people
Yeah.
sort of seem to be quite on board with that.
And you've never taken the piss out of Made in Chelsea?
Not yet.
That's quite shocking, actually, because people live for it. I get the most. There's a girl on TikTok, and she does. I mean, to be honest with you, they're pretty fucking good. But what's it called? Not voiceovers. She does the voices of all of us, and it's spot on.
I
She's
think I know
called
who you mean.
Davina something. She's called Davina.
I
But
don't know.
I know the impressions, and the impressions of me. I mean, I'm borderline horrified at, but actually pretty fucking right.
Yeah, how do you feel about it then? When,
I sort of
people
watch them
take a
and
look at
laugh.
you?
But I think I sound snobbier than maybe I do in real life. Well, I hope I do.
It's got to be. It's like a caricature, you know. When you get
Yeah.
it, it's got to be exaggerated, right?
Heightened slightly.
But yeah, no. With these videos, it's the times that I sort of don't put as much effort into. They're the ones that do really well. Like, we hired out this studio, which was just like an old abandoned warehouse, and we did this whole big parody of, like AD. Hey AD, welcome our home.
yeah, oh yeah.
And it's like the celeb couples, the insufferable. It's always the same thing. This is our sanctuary. We really like to dive into our 4 a.m. chats.
It's like didn't Kim Kardashian do one and everyone went wild over her kitchen sinks?
Yeah.
It was just concrete, a slab of concrete.
And they flow into just
Yeah.
a little hole in the middle. Yeah. But then on that same day, I did a parody of, the glam bots.
Yeah,
These,
I
like,
just
red
watched that
carpet
video.
Events. Yeah. And that one did really well. And the one that I put a load of time and effort into making the script for and editing.
No one gave a fuck.
I don't care about that, yeah. We just want to see someone go... zzz with
Do you
a
ever
little camera.
collab with like different comedians?
Not as much as I need to. Sort of, yeah. I've reached out to a few people recently.
Because how does it work? Do you think there's almost like a not sort of not competition, but I suppose like there's probably other people doing kind of similar things. Is it like you guys would help each other, or it's like, no, I'm doing this without? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you sort of...
Like a cock off of whose comedy's better.
you sort of marry the two up together now, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because, that collab feature hasn't really been around for very long.
No.
So when I have done collabs before, I used to be really picky with how I would shoot a video and really overthink everything and film everything 10 times just to try and get the right take.
But
and
it's
we'd be
changing,
there for,
isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we'd be there for 6 hours trying to film a video, and then I'd be like, right, did you want to film one now? But now, luckily, you can marry the two together and, write a video together and obviously just collab post it.
Do you ever have moments when you're needing to be on sort of not good form, but bringing out your sort of inner humorous side when actually you're really not feeling it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I did the Edinburgh Fringe this year.
Bloody hell.
Which was exciting.
How was it?
It was great. I mean, I was only there for a week. I did a week stint. Everyone else is there for the full month. And I don't know how the hell people are doing it. They live and they do 6 days a week doing their shows at Edinburgh
They must be
Fringe.
fucking exhausted.
Yeah, well, so this is what I was going to say. After I did about 3 shows, and I was doing this DJ Dave character,
Right.
which is again one of the videos that sort of picked up early on for me in lockdown. Like DJ Dave is this sort of like old school, like a primary school DJ. Like, okay, here we go.
I don't know why I thought you were about to say Jimmy Savile. I was
a little bit Savile. And it's that sort of like family wedding DJ. And that's the character that I played at Edinburgh Fringe. But I didn't realise, after doing that voice for like an hour on stage every night, I was just really straining my voice. So after 2 or 3 shows, I completely lost my voice.
Oh my God.
And I was so ill, or just sounded ill at least. And like the first few shows sounded great. And then at the end of that, I was just like, yeah.
What did you do? That you just then was like, I'm out, I'm done now?
Well, no, I did just carry on, but yeah, people didn't get their money's worth, I suppose.
Did you get a good response?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a nice way to meet people. It was a good experience because I hadn't done a lot of live stuff before.
Do you get nervous doing it?
Yeah, you know what? Not as much. Sometimes when I'm myself presenting, that's quite nerve-wracking. But then when I can put on a silly sort of little track jacket, much like the one I'm wearing today, and do a silly voice, it's sort of playing a character is not as nerve-wracking. But myself and Imogen, who I was talking about earlier on, we did a night at the Comedy Store.
Right.
Because she's done quite a bit of stand-up before. And somebody reached out to her and said, "Oh, we're putting this event on at the Comedy Store. If you want to do, a 10-minute stand-up piece." And then she reached out to me and she was like, "Well, maybe we could do one of our This Morning parodies on stage." I thought, "Oh, absolutely not. Like later down the line, maybe I'll do a bit of stand-up, but not at this time in my career. I don't think I can handle stand-up." But then, I thought, like, you don't really get these opportunities very often to perform at the Comedy Store, so I said yes to it. And it went all right.
What do you mean, just all right? What happened? Couple of booze, or...?
There was no booze. There was a lot of sort of, I want to say, sympathy laughs.
Oh, no, don't.
Because I've been to quite a few comedy nights, and when the audience just sort of feels for whoever's on stage, and it's like that. It's that like, yeah, we're here, but we're not actually laughing. So a lot of other people were doing like actual stand-up routines, and we did a sketch on stage. And we thought like, oh, this is going to be great. The videos always do well whenever we do a That Morning parody. So that's like our This Morning parodies. And we did it on stage. And we sort of quite quickly realised that not a lot of people know our videos here. So we're just 2 people pissing around on stage, pretending we're on This Morning. We sort of had this whole backstory to the characters, which obviously none of this audience knew. And it was a long 10 minutes.
Well, I'm such a pussy, I could never do that. But then it's fucking wild, because you think about it, you've got 100,000 people who follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
But then the nerve-wracking thing is standing there and in front of like 50 people?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You want to realise like how are these people actually there in real life? You can get 5 million views on a video, and you think, oh, that could
easily do it.
Yeah, and then like not one of those people are there in real life.
Yeah,
where's the support, guys?
Different crowd.
They're all in Australia or New Zealand or all across the ponds.
Do you want to get into doing more stand-up comedy then?
It's one of those things that like later down the line, maybe. I enjoy the video side of it. To be fair, I just enjoy like producing and editing videos. Really.
So you do produce and edit all of them yourself? I can't remember if I just asked you that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, brain suddenly went. See, that's quite a lot. But you enjoy it, obviously.
Yeah, it's fun. And it's also it works in both worlds, because my goal was always sort of TV presenter, radio presenter.
Yeah.
And now I've sort of started taking the piss out of presenters online. I didn't really know which way it was going to go, because I sort of just had fun doing that. I thought, am I just shooting myself in the foot here? And I'm never now actually going to get a TV job. But it's worked out. I
think you'd be a better TV presenter, because you'd add a bit of humour to it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I managed to somehow get on Strictly It Takes Two last year as
that's amazing.
roaming presenter. And that was because somebody in the office was just watching one of my videos, and they were like, oh, we need to get this guy on the Friday panel.
Yeah.
And then they did. And then somehow got the gig. So it is working. If you know, I suppose it's that fake it till you make it.
Literally.
Yeah, fake it till you make it, and parody the people you want their job.
Have you ever parodied someone who's actually watched one of your videos and come back with anything?
Funny enough, so a lot of the stuff that I do is like a Place in the Sun parodies.
Yeah.
And I met a Place in the Sun presenter the other day. So it was just as I was sort of leaving Capital. He's now a Capital presenter.
Right.
And I heard that he was going to be on before me. And I saw him in the studio, and I was walking in, and I was like, oh God, maybe he hasn't seen them. Maybe he hasn't seen the videos. And the first thing, it's like, hello mate, I'm Niall. And he goes, yeah, I know. I've seen all your videos. I was like, oh no. But he liked them. He actually said a lot of the stuff I say, he wants to say on screen.
Yeah.
But obviously can't because it's the actual show. Because people have like commented on my video saying like, oh my God, you actually need to host a Place in the Sun. But I mean, at that point...
Honestly, it would be hilarious. It'd be like a breath of fresh air, I think.
But I mean, is it funny at that point though?
Yeah, I think it is.
Is it more funny that you're taking the piss out of the TV show rather than actually hosting it?
Yeah, because I don't know, but I think everyone needs to lighten the fuck up a little bit at the moment. I was going to ask you actually, what are your views on like, comedy's a hard one, but do you think with comedy now, because everyone is a slightly certain way, you've got to be a bit careful about what you say, what you do do you sort of ever filter yourself? Not that you would say anything offensive, but are you very conscious of ever saying anything that could potentially cross the line with something?
Yeah, I do overthink it a fair bit.
But you have to, because the problem is, I'm not being funny, you say one thing wrong and you could potentially get cancelled.
I know, that's it. And especially because, as I'm saying, I do want to be on the other side of it as well and actually work on these TV shows.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I can't push it too much. So then I dumb it down. And I've had it so many times where I've shot a parody video and I've been editing it. I'm like, this isn't a parody at all anymore. I'm just doing the video because I've sort of censored it so much that it's like lost all the funny.
But that's really hard. Do you think it's a shame that that's happened?
Yeah, it is really. I mean, you see, like a lot of the sketches that I sort of would do. I suppose it's within that world of. Like Little Britain and Come Fly With Me, which obviously they can't really do that anymore.
But that Little Britain I didn't appreciate. They've taken off everything. I don't think you can even find it anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can. You've got to go to like CEX and buy a DVD now.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what CEX is?
No.
It's like that really, it's like always...
A dodgy site?
No, it's like a dodgy store.
Oh.
It's physical and it's on every high street. And, the person that works in there has had about 10 Monster Energy drinks.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
That's where you have to find your dodgy DVDs,
That's where you have
everyone.
to find Liv Bentley in the dodgy CD section.
Listen, I think my life looks dodgy enough as it is, roaming around with my lubricant. I actually think a lot of comedy is on social media, like you. Like you don't, I don't know, I think TV generally is very censored. I do understand certain aspects of it, but I think like it's a little bit too far the other way. Like we need to lighten up.
It was awful though, wasn't it? It is bad, those old shows.
But do you actually think maybe the whole comedy world will change a lot, or have you noticed a big change in it from certain comedians that you potentially follow?
It does feel like less people are getting cancelled now, which I think is a nice
really
thing. Yeah. Do you remember there was that time when, oh my God, everybody, like anyone, who was it? Maynard that went on I'm a Celeb. He was like the first.
Oh yeah.
Was it Jack O'Connor Maynard?
Yeah, one of them.
And he was like the first like sort of public
yeah,
shaming.
they pulled him out, didn't they?
Yeah. And I think it was like some old tweets. I actually can't remember what it was now. And that seemed to be like the big spiral of everyone getting cancelled. But now it feels like it's been a while since someone's really got themselves cancelled.
What big comedians have ever been cancelled? Or have they not really?
I think a lot of them refuse to be cancelled.
It's because they just keep going. And weirdly, they kind of get away with it.
Yeah. People are just like, no, I'm just going to carry on.
Because, we had a conversation once saying how actually it feels like women don't seem to get cancelled at all. I mean, obviously, I know there was that stuff with J.K. Rowling and who else? Ellen DeGeneres, as big names of women being cancelled. But it's not the same as with men. Like, men get cancelled a lot more easily.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. I hadn't noticed that.
To put it politely, essentially for being sexual predators, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that is one of them.
Can we say it like that? Okay, sorry. I have borderline. I don't think I'm ADHD, but my brain goes from one thing to the next in like seconds.
Man, so does mine. The amount of podcasts I've been on and somebody's asked me one question and I've come away from it, I've gone, I didn't even answer the question. I answered 20 other questions.
It always makes me laugh is Come Dine With Me. When What is it? You have the grace and decorum of a reversing dump
Yeah,
truck.
yeah,
Jane,
that's a meme classic
But
now,
it's
isn't
like
it?
comedy gold, that, because it's just so funny.
It's when they flip out and go wrong. There was one of those home makeover shows.
Yeah.
Because they walk in, they're like, oh my God, it's stunning.
Yeah.
I love it. He does such a good job. There was this one guy, they showed him round into this new room, and he just went, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And they've painted the walls, it's disgusting, like vomit colour, and he's not holding back. And they're like, well, maybe it'll warm to you. And they go, no, I hate it. It's good. This is what you need more of. I feel like everyone just like tries to censor themselves because they're on TV. But actually, no, we need more of that reversing dump truck energy.
Yeah, we really do, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be any good on sort of live TV because I struggle censoring myself. Like, I say the word cunt often on here,
Okay.
and I get people saying I should stop swearing. I'm one of those people that, when you find something funny, filming something like that, do you think they're finding it funny? Like, if I was a presenter who showed that bloke around the house and he said, this is horrific, I'd have been like, I don't know, you wouldn't be able to hold it in.
I don't know. I feel like afterwards they probably sit in their home and then they're like, why on earth? Because I also don't understand why anyone goes on these shows. I don't know what you're getting out of it.
Yeah, it's true. They have to be paid, surely.
Yeah, but I don't even think they are they? Probably get like 100 quid.
But it's a bit like Naked Attraction. Like, what actually entices a human to go onto that?
Yeah, or even those old shows, the Make Under shows.
Snog, Marry, Avoid.
Snog, Marry, Avoid. And like someone would go in head to toe in like what they love, and they've got their personality out there, and their pink hair and their studs, and like even that show now I don't think would be the same, because all they're doing is the presenter is going like,
your butters, here's your new look. Like,
let's strip you down of all personality. Like we know that you're
so true.
You're getting out, and then they just make them look like the most plain Jane person, and they're like, there you go, that's better. That's what you should be like.
No. Gok Wan had people wearing lampshades as hats at one point, and it was like, easy, make it at home yourself. And you watching it going, what? Like, I would never wear that. Yeah. And he goes, it's super easy, arts and crafts.
Maybe we need to bring that back.
I actually think there should be more like that. I think I'm trying to think what I watch that actually I find amusing. And I mean, there's like different reality shows, but they tend to be more savage. People, I think, are more into the savagery or the shocking TV stuff, not the sort of light-hearted comedy.
No,
where one's takes the piss. I mean, that's why like the Inbetweeners was so funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Like hilarious.
I know. I filmed with them recently.
I know.
These guys. Yeah.
We're getting onto. Yeah. So how did this even come around?
So me and a mate of mine, we for some reason just decided to buy the Inbetweeners car. Well, what else to do on a weekend? We saw that. Well, it was the make and model that they used in the Inbetweeners. It's the Fiat Cinquecento, and we thought we could do this whole series online where we convert it into the Inbetweeners car. So get the red door on, put the little honk if you want a blowjob sticker on the back, and we just thought it's just going to be a fun little series to do. So we did, and it sort of did quite well. And then one day I saw on TikTok that James Buckley had just liked every single video.
Oh my God, so.
I was like, oh, this is exciting that he's actually seen it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are asking, like, what's the goal here? Like, why are you doing this? We thought, well, maybe it'll be fun to film with the guys from the Inbetweeners at some point. Get them in the car or get them to sign the bonnet or something.
Yeah.
And then we got reached out to by this podcast company, and they said, Simon, what's his name? Joe Thomas and James Buckley are starting a podcast together, and they want to do a promo video where they want to use the Inbetweeners car, which is quite funny now. Like, they're asking us to use the Inbetweeners. Like, this is your car, guys. This is your thing. And then they were like, well, we want to get you in it as well. So we just went for like a half an hour drive with them, and we did a little sketch, and they signed the car. And they were great fun.
Oh my God, that's true.
It was so weird.
Were they from what you had seen in Inbetweeners? Were they what you expected in real life?
You know what, they were because I thought like, oh, it's going to be another day for them. Like, they've probably spent the past however long it's been, 20
having
years.
to say bus wankers and stuff.
Yeah, talking. There's literally that, living and breathing the Inbetweeners. So I thought it's going to be like, yeah, all right, let's do this then. Yeah. But they were super up for it. They were happy to be there. And if they weren't, they faked it very well.
Are they bringing it back?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
No, well, I don't know. But this is the thing, because everyone's been talking about like how the writers have now got the rights to it again, or something like that, where they're allowed to come out of a new series or a new movie. But we posted a clip from that day. So when we were filming with the guys, we posted a clip from the day. It all got approved and it was great.
Yeah.
And then when they announced, that the Inbetweeners is coming back, we were like, oh, well, let's just put another post out there. And then they were quite quick to come back to us and say, guys, can you delete this? Because there's a lot of rumours floating around that the Inbetweeners is coming back and the guys have nothing to say about it. So we had to delete it. But I don't know. I don't think they've officially said anything.
Of any show to come back, that would be fucking great.
Oh, he's so good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's what we need. We need the Inbetweeners to come back. We've had like Gavin and Stacey reunions. There's been all of that sort of like, everyone's having a reunion.
A Christmas special with the Inbetweeners.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would.
I don't know. What would you prefer, a series or a movie?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a movie, actually.
Because they've done 2 of them now, though.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? Or
Yeah.
maybe a series.
Yeah.
But I feel like, lots of these shows that sort of go away and then come back, some don't end up going as well as one thinks. But I have to say, I do think the Inbetweeners would be fucking funny.
Yeah, it stood the test
They
of time.
also don't look like any of them have aged, which
No, I know.
find really odd. In fact, some of them look younger,
Yeah, they have.
which is extraordinary.
I don't know what they've been up to.
Would you ever want to act and do like something like that with comedy?
I would. Yeah. That's what I started doing acting, or that was the route that I wanted to go down. Like I did acting at college.
Yeah.
I joined an acting agency and just did a few like music videos here and there. And that was always the goal, and then ended up getting into presenting a bit more, which I think I enjoy a lot more now because I've got a few mates who are actors, and it's one of those things where, you get a job and you think, this is it. It's going to be big time. The money's going to be coming in now.
Yeah.
A mate of mine, like, he ended up on Netflix and he was the home screen, and we were like, oh my God, this is it. He's in. And then he was like, yeah, haven't heard from my agent for 2 weeks.
Oh no! I don't know if I could live like that. Because
Yeah.
also, I would say it must be really hard. Actually, I don't know. Maybe hard for comedians as well. But if you sort of think you're somewhere and then just get knocked down the whole time, like to build yourself back up again.
So much rejection, isn't there? Yeah, I don't think I could do it either. It would be fun. Like, it's one of those things, if the opportunity comes around, it's like, oh my God, I'd jump at it.
Would you ever do any sort of like reality shows like The Jungle, Strictly? I know you did the.
Yeah.
It Takes. What's it called? Not It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
would you actually be a
I
contestant?
think I need as much dance knowledge as I can get, because I'm the worst dancer.
No, it's my idea of hell.
Is it what, doing
Yeah.
the show?
No, it's not for me. When we were on Made in Chelsea, they used to say 3, 2, 1, dance, and I'd stand there like a fucking lemon. I was like, no, I'm not having this. But yeah, would you get into what other shows would you do? Would you ever do like a reality show, like something like Made in Chelsea?
I mean, I don't think I could. I'm
Yeah,
from
you
Essex,
Towie?
but I still don't think I'd do Towie. I don't think I've got it in me. I don't think I've got the chat.
You made a living off your chat. I think you'd be fine.
I don't know. Is that like even in like Love Island, when people would ask, "Oh yeah, would you do Love Island?"
Because have you been asked to do Love Island?
No, not by anyone official. Just like these kind of conversations when it's like down the pub. People would like your mates would ask you, "Would you ever do Love Island?" I wouldn't have ever done that.
No, I have to say I don't think I could have done something like Love Island.
No. Would you recommend a reality show?
I mean, it's so interesting, but it kind of does depend on what you want to do. And it's odd, though, because I have friends who've done Chelsea who sort of want to get into acting, but I never know how seriously you could be taken if you have done a reality show, because people know you for you.
Do you find people just remember you from that? You've really got to sort of like try and break out of
Yeah,
that.
people still think that I'm some aggy bitch. Like, I get messages from people saying, can you have a go at this person for me? I'm like, sorry, it's 10 years ago. I'm now selling my lubricant, if you don't mind. But
Well, like people catch up with old episodes and still find the need to message you now.
Honestly, people have sent me messages when I've gone through breakups going, I'm so sorry for you. I think that was fucking 7 years ago. What are you on? But no, it's sweet. But no, I don't know. Maybe it could sort of, I suppose it certainly does brand you in a certain light.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully now, I'm trying to be taken seriously, but it's not really, I don't really help myself, I don't think.
I think you're doing a good job.
Thanks, but testing dildos and shit is sort of
Time bows on them.
keeping me, all that stuff.
Keeps you young.
But no, I suppose if you did like a one-off one, like The Jungle or that kind of thing. Traitors.
Traitors. Hey, that would be great.
That would be epic.
Love the Traitors. Yeah. That would be a lot of fun.
Do you ever get intimidated by other comedians? Like, have you ever done any chat shows with other comedians?
No, not really. Only like It Takes Two, the panel.
Yeah.
There was like a few other comedians on that I did it with, and
Because no, you go.
yeah, no, I mean they're intimidating. Comedians
That's what
are funny.
I mean. But I wonder, is there like that pressure of having to be funny and like sort of like one-upping?
Yeah. Oh my God, massively. And they're so smart. They're so intelligent. I don't think, this is why I was saying to you earlier on, like, I wouldn't call myself a comedian. I don't think I'm an intelligent enough person to be a comedian.
Really?
Because they're so intelligent. They know everything that's going on in the world, so they can craft a magical joke around anything. It takes me 10 minutes. Like tonight, I'll probably be lying in bed thinking back to this podcast going, why did I say that? That'd be great. This is why I love doing videos, because you can edit and write a script over a week.
To be honest, I used to do that after fight scenes on Made in Chelsea. I go, oh God, I should have said that to the bitch.
Yeah,
it's so annoying. But I always wonder that. With like big time comedians, do they have someone who helps write scripts for them?
I think a lot of the time they do. Do you remember James Corden? Did you ever see this? James Corden got shafted for basically nicking a joke from
yes, on the Late Late Show.
Yeah. He completely ripped off Ricky Gervais. That
was it. Did they fall out after that?
Yeah, I think what it was though, was one of James Corden's script writers had accidentally sort of ripped off this joke. I think it was one of those situations when you've seen something before, you think you've come up with it yourself, and then you're like, oh my God, I've totally just ripped that off. Apparently that's what happened there. But obviously James Corden had no idea about it, and he's just been shafted by his script writers. Like, he's just delivered this gag.
I wonder if he got fired.
Yeah, surely. But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we need. We need people to just write jokes for us.
With your parody stuff, where did you actually get inspiration? You just genuinely watched it and thought, fuck it, I'm going to take the piss out of that.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's how it should be, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, people always said I had a radio voice. Which is probably why I ended up getting on the radio, and then I thought this is quite a nice skill to have for these parody videos as well. So that's sort of where it came from, and now someone made a career on it.
Do you think you could teach Liv how to do the radio voice?
Yeah. Listen, I had to do the Sensodyne ad. I'll have you all know. Hot choc on the slopes. What a treat! Oh, it's the bane of my fucking life. Heinz tomato soup. Yeah, honestly, it went on for hours. And then I used to get messages from people going, I swear I can hear your voice on this toothpaste advert. And I was like, fuck's sake. Ollie Locke's got a great one. He always does the welcome to the Odeon cinema. And then he always does that, have you been fingered? And picks up the chocolate fingers, the biscuits. Bring back fingering. I think it's making a comeback.
It's old school, is it? Yeah. I feel like the Inbetweeners did fingering a load of good. Yeah, they actually
did help the sex industry, didn't they? I'd like your radio voice, but doing one of my lubes for me. So I sell, one of them's a CBD arousal oil. The company's called Jomo, London. Okay.
Friday night in. Welcome, the new CBD lube. What's it called?
Jomo London.
Jomo London.
The arousal oil.
The arousal oil. Pleasure yourself. It's a you kind of night. Yeah?
Can we send that one over, please?
Clip that up?
Let's clip that up. Actually, we might probably sell more.
Yeah, great. Have you done much voiceover stuff? I feel like you've got a good voice. You've got a good voiceover
really?
voice.
I think I've got quite an aggressive voice, if I'm honest with you.
Nice.
No, once upon a time. Yeah, literally, that's what it is. And I find myself getting a bit irate when I do my own adverts.
Let's hear yours then. Let's hear your best lube voice.
What would I do? My lube voice. Oh no, you know what I did have to do once? Have I said this one? I had a job come in with Love Honey, which I am very pro sex toy companies. Anyway, what the job was is I had to read sections of 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, it's just sort of weird. Anyway, recorded it, sent it to them, and then a few days later I had to go to an event. Anyway, I get to the event, what the fuck is that? They were playing my voice reading 50 Shades in this fucking great house. Every room I went into, I was like, I'm talking about this. Like, it kind of haunted me a bit. But I had to put this sort of sexy voice on, and it just didn't really come out. Anyway, it was all sort of bizarre.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Frankie and Benny's?
Yes.
Yeah, in the toilets they have like an audio book on them.
I weirdly quite like that though. I used to love, there was a restaurant that did that. It was all the Winnie the Pooh stories. And then I found myself just being in the bathroom for a really long time, just listening away.
Yours is quite different though. There's a bit more sex party vibe.
Yeah. I can't even think what one of the lines was. It's like he pulled a knickers down with his teeth or something. It's a big thing, by the way, porn erotica, audio. Porn audio, is that what it's called?
Audio?
There's a big market for it. I just, I think I'd laugh too much.
That's not ideal, is it?
No. But sometimes I was reading something the other day and it was about, do women actually enjoy men talking dirty to them?
Yeah.
No, if I'm honest, I don't think so. Over text perhaps, but then if you put a voice on, there's something off about it.
It's just cringy.
It is cringe, isn't it?
Or you have the next day, you're like, oh no, was I?
Yeah, it's horrible. I don't know how we got on to talking about porn erotica, to be honest with you.
Bound to happen.
This is one thing I asked someone to do a while ago. If you publicly disgraced yourself, could you down the lens do what your public apology would be?
Okay, yeah. Gotta have this. You've always got to have the little.
Here,
sit
use the
into
paper
shot.
just to make it slightly more.
What am I apologising for?
It's an HR problem, misconduct.
Okay. I didn't want to have to make this video today, and it really pains me to have to say this because this isn't who I am. I want to be the funny guy on screen. And forgive me, I've wrote a few things down here because I don't want to get anything wrong. What I did in 2015 on the 17th of November, I was a disgrace. I want to apologise to yourself, Liv. I want to apologise to mainly you, the viewers, because nobody should have to see that. The lube was in my pocket. You know, what's a guy gonna do? So I'm sorry.
Sounds like he was wanking in the corner of an office.
That's exactly what happened, yes.
How anyone has to do those videos and keep a straight face, I just don't know.
Thank you. They are almost parodies now, though, aren't they? Like, you can't take an apology video seriously because they're all the same. They always used to be in black and white. It's the same apology down the barrel of the lens. Yours would just be heavily edited.
Yeah, it would just one word answers. I am
sorry.
sorry.
Didn't mean it. I sort of want a scandal now, so I can apologise like that. That's fun. Maybe you should just post that and then see what happens.
Has anyone recently done a big public apology?
I think we're overdue a public apology.
Yeah,
aren't
we are. Right. So when are you going on tour?
When am I going on tour? Maybe I'm going to come away after this podcast. I'm going to write up a whole tour plan. Going to make something happen.
Send it back and we'll promote it.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
I could be your wingman. I joke, it'll be useless.
I would love that.
We could hand out lube as, people come in.
Perfect. Yeah, that's memorable. This is good.
What happened when you went to Niall's? I think, I got high on CBD lubricant. So wait, what's the plan for this year then? What have you got going on?
So I feel like, this is really boring, isn't it? But I'm having a bit of a reset. So, I was on Capital for 7 years.
Yeah.
Out of there now. So a whole new chapter's being opened, if you will. I'm sort of I have a little idea for a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Because that's one of those questions that I've got so many times over the years. Like, have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
No, but I think that's good.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's exciting. I mean, got more free time now, so I need to be working on more stuff.
That and your parodies. Please do some Made in Chelsea ones. I find them hilarious when people take the piss.
That's the next one on the list then. Little Made in Chelsea parody.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And where can everyone find you?
On socials, on TikTok, at Niall Gray. That's me, baby.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, Niall.
Thank you so much.